So today is day 10 of the Rose Sneaker Challenge, which also means for me it's the birthday, and then now the heavenly birthday at least, of my grandmother. So happy birthday to you, Nana. And today I'm going to do a shoe that has somewhat of a tie to you. So let's get right into it. So today, guys, I'm reviewing a D-Rose shoe that didn't have like an actual like public release online or anything like that at all. I feel, as far as I can tell, these shoes were released from the actual event itself, and people got their hands on pairs and sold them that way. But honestly, I can't really tell you how these came out to the public hands. But the shoe we're going to be looking at is the Adidas D-Rose 1.5 Restomod in this McDonald's All-American Games colorway. And so this shoe, for me, I think is really cool just because I like the McDonald's colorway they did for the Rose 10s. And that was just kind of like a cool collab they did across, a couple of different shoes. But this McDonald's All-American pair here, I think is cool because it's that McDonald's red with the hints of the yellow for the gold arches. And it just kind of really pulls itself all together pretty well. We reviewed a lot of Rose 1.5s this month. I guess found out that, most of my collection I have of unreviewed stuff currently was Rose 1.5s. Spoiler alert for tomorrow, it will also be a Rose 1.5. But when you look at this shoe, the 1.5, like I said, it's just a great shoe. And the Restomod is honestly a really great way to just bring this shoe into the modern day. So let's talk about tech features real quick for the shoe. This upper on the shoe is a sprint skin upper. You have light strike for the midsole. That's the part that makes this a Restomod. You have the sprint frame back here in the heel, which keeps your foot locked into the footbed. 3 stripes on the back of the heel, though, is that Adidas branding. So the last thing you see is D-Rose blows past you, carries onto the outsole. That outsole itself is the old version of the Pure Motion setup, and it has the cellular traction pads right up here in the front. The Rose 1.5 traction and the Rose 1 traction is really great. I really can never complain about having any issues. Pretty much once you wipe, you're good to go. And honestly, you can't really beat that, You do have some other cool, just branding pieces here. You got the Adizero right here with the, jet piping on there as well. You got the Derek signature here. Also, the signature is right there. His signature is right there above the light strike as well, too. You have the Adidas logo here right below the tongue. But then on the tongue itself, you have the McDonald's All-American logo for the All-American Games on there as well, too. And that's the only place that you really see the McDonald's branding on the shoe when you're looking at it, from a distance. But if you go into the sneaker itself and you pull out the insoles, you end up having these insoles right here that also say McDonald's All-American Games on it too. And these insoles are, again, nothing super special. They're just the regular insoles that are just like what they put in the original Rose 1 and 1.5s. So like I said, nothing really too special. Now, people might be wondering, okay, I said this shoe has some ties to my grandmother, so what are those ties? How does that actually, correlate and relate with this shoe? Well, my grandmother used to spoil the ever-living out of me, and she would take me every single day after school to get McDonald's. So when I was trying to think of a shoe to do for the 10th, I was like, man, I could do this for my grandmother. I mean, I am a Naruto fan, and Naruto's birthday is also technically 10/10, so I mean, I could. It's something there too. But I was like, nah, I got to figure out something that fits, with stuff and correlates to my grandmother, and I think this was the best option I had with the shoes that I had available to me. And also to the 1.5s also was the very first D-Rose shoe I ever got, and she was a pair of shoes that she bought me. So, but yeah, the other thing though I will say, guys, too, about this shoe that I do think is interesting is, the sprint skin upper, is layered with this nubuck material as well too. So that's pretty durable, but it also kind of I know some people hate that because it can kind of come across looking kind of dirty and kind of off color, but I do think it works well in this shoe because it helps with the pairing for the color blocking and stuff like that. When it comes to Rose 1.5s, guys, again, if we talk performance, you can go watch out the performance review on my channel right now. I'll put a link to that here in the cards, or I'll put actually maybe a link to it at the very end of the video. The 1.5 Restomods, it's a great shoe. I really love them, and I don't mind having all these additional colorways of them because it's just a really classic shoe. This shoe I couldn't find in my true size. I usually go with a size 10 though in these, but this is a size 9.5, which I also think is funny because the first pair of Roses that I got, the 1.5 Homes, they weren't available in a 10. and I can only get my 9.5. And so 9.5 did fit though decently. They're a little snug, but again, it's not the worst thing. If I'm wearing them casually, it's right. If I was hooping in them, they'd probably be even better because I could just really, you know, break them in more and they'll probably be all right. But, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you, you know, for continuing to tune in, support, and, you know, like the videos and comment and, you know, subscribing as well too. I do appreciate your guys' support that way. And yeah, we're almost to next week, which will put us to like the halfway point. I got a couple other surprises here in stores still. I got some more shoes coming in. And then honestly, I'm kind of doing some of the math in my head. I'm going to have to go back and review some shoes that I've had in the past. And I'm going to try specifically do shoes that I've never done a 4K or this, you know, this is a Blackmagic 6K or 6K review of. So that way I just have a new HD version for some of these shoes I already own. But I've done reviews of, but there's some pairs that I really like and kind of, you know, fall back on. So yeah, once again, guys, I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow for another Rose 1.5. If you guys were paying attention to that live stream from the first day, you probably could guess what shoe it's going to be. And that's also to coincide with what tomorrow is outside of the world of Derrick Rose and basketball. So thank you guys for watching the review. Until next time, peace. I love you, Nana. Appreciate you for all you've done for me and for everything that you brought into my life. And I know that you're resting easy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.